Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. Wednesday, I tell you, the 31st of May, the last day of May. How are you tonight? What are you and you, especially you, grateful for tonight? Tell me about it. Tell me what you're feeling grateful for tonight on this Wednesday night. See if I can get all my screens going. Gary, how are things in Florida? I hope all is well in Florida. In that beautiful new store of yours. I love your bright, beautiful new store. Absolutely love your store. I hope things are well there. And in Florida, I hope you are feeling grateful. May is in the books here. May is in the books. Working on inventory. Good. That is the project we gave you. That is the project we gave you. We know you can do it. We know you can. Yes, you can. On the horizon for you, Miss Things. I would even say amazing things are on the horizon for you. Amazing things. And I am very, very excited. I am very, very excited because the future is bright. The future is bright. So I am excited. Oh, I am stretching out here today. It's been a long day. I have been, from one extreme to the other today. I haven't gone far. Well, I went to Costco. But other than that, I haven't gone far. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster day, even an emotional roller coaster day. It's been one direction or another, and lots of things going on one way or the other. So it is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs day. But, another month is in the books. Another month is in the books, and we're excited about that. We truly are. I'm truly excited that 5/12 of the year is done. 5/12. I guess that's a numerical representation. I will give you that. There's a numerical representation in that. That 5/12 is a number. We're almost halfway there. We are both Facebook and YouTube, both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook? Hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. But it's exciting. I love. I don't do it tonight, but tomorrow I'll flip that page on the calendar, and that is really exciting to me. I love when I get to flip that page and turn that page to a new month, a new page in the book, a new thing to write. And I always find that so incredibly exciting, so incredibly rewarding because May's written. That chapter's done. That chapter of this year is done. There's knowledge I can gain from it. I can look at things. I can see where things are. I can see in what I've looked at already tonight, because I took some quick looks before I got on tonight. Well, let me start with our stay positive, and then I'll tell you what I've already learned about May, and then we can start writing June. Tonight in the Stay Positive book, we're on page 232. 232, I tell you. Live rich. You can spend the rest of your life trying to get rich, or you can choose to live rich now. Here's how: do good, be generous, and share. Live rich. Who knew? You can live. You can live rich. You can. That is where richness comes from. I am with that. I am with that. So as I look at May and granted, I only took a quick look at May tonight, but I can see some categories where I know our inventory wasn't right, that we didn't have the right inventory levels, and we're working on, and that affected sales in those categories. And so I know that threw things off. And so it is important to understand the story that your numbers tell you. It isn't just a straight line of you're up or you're down, or you did great or you didn't do great. It's understanding the story. What story do they tell you? Hey, Kitty, how are you? How are things? I'm tongue tied here. In Illinois tonight. How are things in Illinois tonight on this wild Wednesday, the 31st of May? But it is reading beyond the numbers, because you can just look at numbers and, well, it's either you did it, the numbers were good or the numbers were bad or the numbers were okay. And Sunny and humid. Yeah, we're in this hot stretch. I got the AC up. And so it is, you know, really forcing yourself to look beyond the numbers. It's not just that the number is bigger or the number is smaller, uh, or you did the same as last year. It is understanding the why behind that. And that's what you get to learn from May. You can't change the story of May. May has already happened. May is in the books. But with the understanding you get from May, from reading May, looking at what happened in May, can set you up for an amazing June and July. And so it is important to take those lessons. Okay, it is incredibly important to take those lessons as you move forward. As you move forward, it's incredibly important to take those lessons and make positive changes. Okay, you can't just say, well, that's the way it is. Okay, because if you say that's what the way it is, you will get what you've gotten. Okay, you have to make tweaks. Okay, business is a constant thing of tweaks. I got this quote today, or phrase today, and it really spoke to me, because I talk about, you've often heard me talk about detours on the road. We're keeping an eye on where we're going. Okay, we're keeping an eye on where we're going, but there's going to be detours along the way. It is not a straight line between here and there. And this quote that I'm taking today, that, do I even have the author on it? I don't have the author on it, but it really hit home. You know, and it says what I say it said there. Okay, that you're going to have detours along the way in a different way, and I really liked it. We think of life as a series of straightaways, occasionally interrupted by turns, right? Okay, so that's sort of another way of saying what I said. But wait, there's more. But there's more. So digest that for a second. We think of life as a series of straightaways, occasionally interrupted by turns. Okay, so you're going along, and occasionally you have to shift. Occasionally you have to shift. But change the reality of that phrase. Change the reality of the path you're walking. Change the reality of that, and say it yet a different way. Life is a continuous series of turns, only occasionally interrupted by stretches of smooth, straight road, because the road can't stay straight forever. I'm going to say that again. Life is a continuous series of turns, only occasionally interrupted by stretches of smooth, straight road. The road can't stay straight forever. Mic drop. So that you are always turning, that you always have to change and evolve. Okay. I love that we lead with the turn. That we lead with the turn. Okay, we're gonna lead with the turn, and when you lead with the turn, you're okay on that occasional stretch where you're able to coast, where everything's smooth, because you are learning. And I have told you, I time and time again over the last few years, that we need to level up our business. What you did during the first part of the pandemic, the first 18 months of the pandemic, okay, all of the changes and evolutions to your business, you need to be doing again. And if you are leading with a series of turns, if you are always turning, okay, you can do that. You can do that. You can lead with that. You can run with that. You can actually run with that. And so that is exciting. That is exciting. I really like how that rephrased what I did, because it's true. Okay, part of being an innovator is constantly turning, constantly looking for new ways to be better, new ways to serve your customers. You know, I was having a restaurant conversation today, okay, about how to do more with less, okay, how to get more done as your wages are going up. How do restaurants do it? Well, you've seen it time and time again. You see it at McDonald's, you see it at Wendy's, you see it at Panera, you see it at restaurants, okay, where you sit down at a restaurant and there's an iPad there for you to place your order on. Or there's, you order at a kiosk and it is brought to you. Or at McDonald's and Wendy's, you order on the app and it's there waiting for you. Okay. And they're even using geolocation data to know when your phone's within 3 minutes of their store. So that's when they actually start preparing your order. They're testing that now. So, how can you use technology? Okay. And the technology in this industry is evolving at a rapid pace. Okay. How can you use technology to lift your business up, to change it and take yourself and your business to the next level? So that is the next phase. Okay. Think of what's happened in the restaurant industry. And so I want you to think about that. That's part of your homework tonight is I want you to think about that and how can you use that to level up your business? How can you think outside the box, beyond yourself and beyond the box, okay? And what technology that you don't have, if you did have, okay, what technology that you don't have, if you did have, would make your life easier and be transformative to your business. Because that is how you gain some straightaways. That's how you gain some economies of scale. That is how you don't raise prices, okay, or don't add more staff slash expense, okay, because you buy that technology piece once, you invest in that once, okay, and it helps you grow your business. It helps you grow your business. So, life in business is a series of turns, only occasionally interrupted by smooth, straight road. Okay. There continues to be lots of bright spots in the economy. The news media will tell you about the negative ones, okay, and there are those, okay, and most of the things in business, okay, are companies that didn't fix their core structure or carried too much debt. Okay, even companies that did well during the pandemic that aren't faring well now because of their debt load or because they didn't really change their process, they just rode things that were good, are a couple of the big ones are Big Lots and the dollar stores. big lots of carrying a lot of debt and stuff, and their expense ratios for bringing everything in. They took on a lot of warehousing and a lot of expansion. Had like I don't know, let's call it a 200. I don't have the exact amount in front of me. A $200 million loss. The dollar stores, I say check the couch cushions if you lose $200 million. Okay, but and they're blaming all the things that the normal media will tell you they should blame. And but there's also stores doing good, like we talked about Kohl's, we talked about Penny's turnaround, we talked about some of these other businesses that are doing really well, okay, and generating profits. I was intrigued by a Federal Reserve report today on small businesses, okay, and those in business, okay, from 0 to 2 years, okay, um, almost half of them, 46%, of startup non-employers. So this means that just the founders, okay, founder slash founders, are running the business. They don't have any paid staff yet. Of those that are in operation 0 to 2 years and have no staff, 46% expect to add staff in the next year. Okay. Uh, a majority of them are not yet of those in the 0 to 2 year range are not fully profitable yet, but they report significant revenue growth and expect revenues to increase in the future. Um, while older firms are more profitable, but report less revenue growth, which is that last part you'd expect. But the part that things are good enough that you expect to hire employees. So a startup, a small company, a 0 to 2 year company, that you are getting to the point that you are expecting to add and hire employees is a really good thing. And so that side of it is very good. That bodes well for the future. We're always looking forward. Again, we're learning from the past that happened, okay, and we're making adjustments on our curves. So we learn from our past, we adjust, and then we're always moving forward. Things aren't happening in the rearview mirror. You can't undo whatever has happened to you in the first 5 months of this year. But we want to end the year as we head into June and July. The changes we make now. Oh, great. What little tweaks are you going to make to make it an amazing June and July? That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Because if we make those tweaks, okay, if you look at May and make those tweaks, okay, we can have an amazing, amazing June, July, August, because that's where you'll see the results. You'll see it in if you make a tweak now, you'll see it in the second half of June, the beginning of July. Those things. It is about planning, those things for the future because it is not an instant pill. It is not an instant pill when you make a tweak. It is not an instant thing. So keep that in mind and keep that um, front of mind as we go through the curves of our business. Because you are constantly walking a curve. You're constantly walking a curve, and I love that. I love that. I love what we're doing with that. So understand and know that, and let's take our lessons from May and make it an amazing June. Because June should be absolutely amazing. June should be absolutely amazing for us. The weather's turning sunny and humid. I could do without the humid part, but I did sit outside with Rylan today and have lunch. So I did sit outside for that as it was getting warm. It was One of our things during lunch today was actually really funny. There was this huge bumblebee, and we had a tablecloth on the table that was flowers, and it was trying to pollinate. I swear, trying to pollinate the flowers on the tablecloth. It just kept on moving to the different parts of the flower on the tablecloth. I swear that bee insisted that it was the tablecloth. So in the 90s, yeah. Well, it got yesterday I spent most of the day with the air conditioning off, but by last night I had to turn the air conditioning back on at the house. I had to click it back on because I was like, yeah, that I I I don't want to not be able to sleep because it's too hot. So I turned back on the air conditioning. Although I think I only have two of the four zones of the house on. I don't think all the zones are on, but you know, that is the joy of that. That is the joy of that. But let's make this an amazing June. I will be back here on Sunday so that we can keep this going because I'm not on the road this week. So let's kick off June with a great start. You know what else we're kicking off? This video and everything I talk about, this video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring that bell. Ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday at More Eight Than Ish every Sunday and Wednesday. But if you have a question in between, just let me know. Email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Neil at nextlevelresale.com. We start the program every night with the Stay Positive book. If you weren't here at the top, our Stay Positive book tonight, we're on page 232. Live rich. You can spend the rest of your life trying to get rich, or you can choose to live rich now. Here's how. Do good. Be generous and care. Don't lower your beliefs to the level of your circumstance. Stay faithful, even when hope seems lost. It may not seem like it today, but there's a greater plan at work in your life. Yes, there is. The universe works in mysterious ways, people. Mysterious ways. Does it does. You know what else works in mysterious ways? Hey, I'm Neil Abramson, everybody. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We're going to party. Yes, we are. All our way in June. Until then, until Sunday at More Ish, know that you and you, but most importantly, you. Yes, you. You're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you on Sunday. It's time for dinner.